See, no, not physically, just mentally.
What you mean?
Close your eyes and imagine this.
What?
Only time you ever get a chance to hear your favorite rappers when the radio play them. And since radio was corporate and they wrapped up in politics, probably only get to hear them songs on their power list. Now see if you can swallow this. Dr. Dre never heard of 50 Cent cause Eminem knew nothing about the kid. Only time they heard of him was when they almost murdered him. Trackmasters tried to help but Sony tried to bury him. Curtis would have been just serving in the hood again. Back to the block, yep, up to no good again. Now this did happen, but why? Who knows the answer? Nobody? Damn, well you will after my last verse. I said you will after my last verse. I said you will after my last verse. In this imaginary world that I'm talking about, you want a record deal, you better 106 and park it out. Pray that when you win and A&R was tuning in, cause if not, it's back to the studio again. Gotta make that demo, then shop that demo. You couldn't get a meeting, then drop off your demo. And yo, what I'm about to say ain't gonna be pretty, but the chances of you getting hurt slimmer than Nicole Richie. Word. Let me explain a little further. In this world, the people ain't never ever heard of Joe Button, Jim Jones, Papoose, Cannabis. Nobody has a fucking clue of who is fabulous. Not to mention names like Game, Saigon, J Hood, and Mano. Shall I continue on? Matter of fact, I think you starting to get the picture, dawg. Matter of fact, I think you starting to get the picture, dawg. Let me sum it up, man. Matter of fact, I think you starting to get the picture, dawg. For you narrow-minded fuckers, I'ma break it down like this. When I said such and such wouldn't exist, that wasn't a diss. Actually put me on that same list along with 80% of DJs you consider famous. I think you starting to get the picture I'm painting, nigga. My aim is to show how relevant this game is. Which game you ask? Well, let's go back. Reverse it. First verse when the topic was Curtis. After 9 shots and getting dropped by his label, son could've said fuck hip-hop and hit the block, but instead he bought a box of scotch. Not the alcohol B, I'm talking about a case of blank CDs. Rapped over other rappers' beats, he did his thing. Had it locked from Canal Street to Sing Sing. Marshall Mathers heard one of his tapes, cha-ching. Get it now? See, I wrote this joint a minute ago, right? Kept it in the back of my mind and shit, figuring I'd do it one day, you know, kept putting it off. But when I heard about this Justo mixtape, I felt like we're a better place for this shit to be heard, you know? You understand, right? I think everybody knows how I feel about that brother Justo, man. I did my best to express my thoughts for him through that song I did, you know, off the Biggie Juicy right after he passed and shit, right? Justo fought hard for us, man. He fought hard for the DJ, for the game we represent, so it's only right that I show y'all how relevant this motherfucking mixtape shit is, man. You understand what I'm saying, man? This thing made careers, dog. It made people rich. Gave artists that buzz they needed to get a record deal. The radio ain't gonna play an unsigned artist unless there's some paper involved or some type of political, you know what I mean, situation going on. And if you finally hear the radio doing things now that the mixtape's been doing forever, ask yourself why. It's cause cats that's up there like, you know what I mean, K Slay and Tony Touch and DJ Clue, where they came from. Hello. Y'all got my motherfucking point. It's Doo Wop, y'all. I'm out of here. Justo, R.I.P., brother. Never forget you. Peace.